Okay, guys. So this is the second one I've done on these Black Hawk helicopters, and the what are they, little wasp ones, whatever. That did this mysterious landing and extraction in Wilshire Road or Street in Los Angeles. Here's what I feel happened. Okay, I think the guy who recorded this, Alex Stevzev, he was put there on purpose to film this. Okay, he was part of this. Now I might be wrong, but listen, hear me out. I think he was put there on purpose to record this. Okay. Now, what has happened here? There's now evidence that the doors and windows were busted in, blown out by whatever. Okay, now, and that was probably just in case there's anybody in there of the deep state or whatever. Okay, what I feel happened was the deep state got an inkling that the House Committee was going to come out and say, as it did, that they found no collusion, Russian collusion. Okay, they got wind of that probably, by somebody tipping them off, or just by seeing that it was looking like that, heading towards that. Okay, so the deep state probably had a plan set up to because you notice that I think it was not long after this that was the House Committee did come out and say that there was no collusion. Okay, so the deep state probably got wind of this, knew it was heading towards this, so they were going to hit their, as some people call it, their Plan Z. I think what the deep state were going to do here, and probably more so Hillary Clinton than anybody else, was to cause some major issue in America, and then from this building, whatever, since they all had, those chemical suits on or whatever they are, it was probably something, what do you call it? Probably some, though the deep state was probably going to let off some virus or, some chemical, and it was probably going to be huge, but the alliance, the good guys, whatever you want to call them, found out about this. But not only did they find out about it, I'd say that in the future this is actually going to be used as evidence, and that's why this guy was in place to record it all, because I would say in the future it's going to be used as evidence to show that they did go in and they extracted something from this building, among other evidence that they've got. But this is all on video, and it's just strange how it's perfectly, you got to see the helicopters land, guys come out, it's perfect sort of proof, perfect evidence that's, that this is a documentation of it, basically, because this will come out later. Yeah, so I think that's it. The deep state got wind of the fact that it's looking like, Trump was going to be found, the committee was going to be come out and say there was no collusion. Okay, they got wind of that, obviously. They knew that was going to be the outcome. So the deep state, probably they were meant to be the deep state were going to make something major happen in America, from this building, from Los Angeles, before the House Committee or whoever it was that made a decision that there's no collusion. They were going to cause some major disruption before that conclusion to that, so-called witch hunt. But obviously the Alliance, the good guys, Q team, whatever you want to call it, whoever you want to call them, found out about it, and this is part of the documentation to say that they extracted what was in there. Obviously when it comes to trials, etc., they will also have the documentation, audio, whatever, of the deep state setting this up. Okay, and this is part of the documentation to say that the Alliance stopped this. That's what it feels like. Could be totally wrong, but it just seems to fit like a glove there.